Hello everyone, this is Rekha Sharma. In today's session, we will talk about the new chapter, that is the heat zones. In SST class, in previous SST class, we have studied about the first chapter, that is globe and the map, and how they are useful for us. I think you all understood very well the uses of globe and how to locate places on a map, which I described in my previous session, that is how to fill the places on the map. I hope you like my previous video. Now shall we start our today's class? The chapter is the heat zones. Dear students, when we talk about the heat zones, the classification of the heat zones, first we need to refer about the term weather or the climate of that particular place. Now will you ask that what is a weather? Dear students, the term weather is used for the very short period of time of the atmospheric condition. It is counted for a day or for some hours. But climate is used for the long period of time of the atmospheric condition. Like example 20 or 30 years. For the term weather, we have some factors that affect the weather. These are some lists that affects the weather of a particular place. That is temperature, means the temperature of a particular place, that is high or low. Next is humidity. The humidity means the water present in the air. Next is precipitation and air pressure, wind and the cloud layer. Dear students, to understand the different climatic regions of the earth or to study the different climatic or atmospheric condition on the earth, we need to study first the different heat zones on the earth. There are three classification of the heat zones on the earth, as you can see in this picture given. The first is tropics, that is known also torrid zone. The red color in this picture you can see, this is the zone where lies near the equator from 0 degree to 23.5 degree tropic of Cancer, that lies in the North Pole. Or the same region lies in South Pole also from 0 degree to 23.5 degree south. That line is Tropic of Capricorn. This zone is very hot because it gets the direct sunlight of the sun. So that the direct rays of the sun heated this earth and it becomes very hot. It is getting the highest sun rays of the heat, or it gets the highest rainfall of this region. Why? Because the sun rays fall directly, the straight way to this region. That's why it gets the highest rainfall. It has highest humidity in the air. So that this region is called torrid zone. This zone is called torrid zone. Why it is called torrid zone? As I explained, the word torrid means it has extremely heat or intensely heat zone. So this has a very high temperature, high humidity and high pressure. So this is called equatorial type of climatic zone. Now in this picture, children, you can see the yellow belt, that is temperate zone. This is the next zone of the earth. In these three, differentiate. The second is temperate zone. It is neither hot nor warm than in the torrid zone. Means ये torrid जितना गर्म नहीं होता है लेकिन उतना ठंडा भी नहीं होता है. As you can see, it lies near the 23.5 degree north Tropic of Cancer to the 66.5 degree North Pole. That is the temperate zone. The same thing lies in the southern part, that is 23.5 degree Tropic of Capricorn to the 66.5 degree South Pole. This is called temperate zone. Dear students, this zone, why it is not very hot like the torrid zone? Because these zones get the slanting rays, means not the straight, only the slanting rays of the sun. so that it is not very hot like the torrid zone. That's why it is called the temperate zone. And India's half part is lying in the torrid zone and the half part is lying in the temperate zone. That is why India's climate is called monsoon climate. Now you can see the temperate zones are not very hot because sun rays falling in these zones are slanted and cause less heat than in the torrid zone. There are two temperate zones. First I told you that is in the north temperate zone that lies between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle that lies in the north side of the earth. And the second is lying in the Tropic of Capricorn and the South Pole or Antarctic Circle that is in the southern side of the earth. In the temperate zones, the four seasons are there, that is spring, summer, autumn and winter. Move forward to the next point. We have discussed the 2 points. The first is the torrid zone, the first classification of the heat zone. The second we talk about the temperate zone. There are two temperate zones, North Pole and the South Pole. Now move forward to the next classification of the heat zones, that is frigid zone. As you can see, frigid means cold, very freezing point. So there are also two classification of the frigid point, that is one in north side and other one in south side. So let's talk about the latitudes that lies in this frigid zone. First 66.5 where the temperate zones end, the frigid zone starts. So from 66.5 north side to the north pole, that is 90 degree. So this area is called frigid zone, or we can say the polar zone. That is the same thing which lies in the southern part of the hemisphere, southern hemisphere, from 66.5 degree south to the south pole, that is 90 degree south pole. These two zones are called the frigid zones. As you can see clearly in the picture, the blue part is given and it is also written as the polar zone. Why it is called polar zone? Because both the zones have freezing point. Mark my word, the freezing point means throughout the year the temperature is below the 0 degree and they have freezing climate. So this is called the freezing zone, or the surface is covered with the ice and snow throughout the year. Now dear students, you can see the frigid zone are very cold. Why it is cold? Because the rays of the sun fall at a great slant. स्लैंट का मतलब बहुत तिरछी. सूरज की जो रेज है, सन की जो रेज है, दे फॉल वेरी इन स्लैंटेड मैनर. सो दीज जोन्स गेट वेरी लिटिल हीट एंड आर ऑलवेज कवर्ड विद द स्नो. बिकॉज सूर्य की जो गर्मी है वो दोनों पोल पर नहीं पहुंच पाती है, बहुत धीमी और बहुत हल्की होने के कारण दीज both the zone are not get warmth of the sun properly, so they are in very slanted manner, so that it has freezing point, or it is called the frigid zone. The summers are very cool. And the winters are freezing cold. There are two frigid zones we talked about. The north frigid zones lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole, and the south frigid zones lies between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. Now you can see in this picture the animals of the polar region or the frigid zone. There are leopard seal, penguin, Arctic wolf, walruses, Arctic fox and polar bear. These all the animals are found in the polar region, and you can see the ground is here always permanently frozen. Permanently frozen means the ice is covered the ground throughout the year. That is called permafrost. Where the ground is permanently frozen is known as permafrost. I hope you understand this classification of the earth. So students, now I hope you all understand the classification of the earth. As you can see, I am going to repeat once again. The torrid zone that lies near the equator from 0 degree to 23.5 degree north, and 0 degree to 23.5 degree south. This zone is called torrid zone. Next, 23.5 north to the 66.5 degree north, that lies the temperate zone. There are two temperate zones, one in the northern part and other one in the southern part. The third one is frigid zone. As we talked about, this lies between the 66.5 degree north to the north pole 90 degree and 66.5 degree south to the southern pole at 90 degree. I hope this classification of the earth helps to identify the climatic change and weather study. This also help us to understand the how people adjust with natural condition, whether it is hot or whether it is cold. Thank you. Now, dear student, now I hope you all understand the classification of the earth, students. In my video I have explained all the things, why the weather and the climate affect these heat zones and how the change of the life of the people. So I hope you all got my point. Thank you. Have a nice day, and in next video we'll talk more about it, so you can got all your doubts clear. Thank you.